Welcome to Worm Supply. If y'all been following along with us for the last year or so, you've been looking at this CFT. As you can see here, we've been pulling from this side. You can see the material gets a little rougher. Once we got to here, this is pure castings. We just do some more stuff on here. But we're going to be working this bed. If y'all do remember, it came up to the top of these boards. And it all composts down, and the worms have worked it all the way down. Get in here, this is pure castings. Well, the questions we've been getting, that's a rock. Questions we've been getting is how we take that and make it to the material that you're going to see over here. So if you'll come over here, we'll grab a bucket of that, a couple buckets, we'll bring it over here. And what you're going to get is this. Now this is some chunky stuff, still some unfinished material, that's fine. You don't want to put your pieces like this in the bin. We just crunch them up. Really simple. I know there's got to be a better way to do this. We don't know what it is. This works for us. Get your hands dirty. If you leave it in the big pieces like this, it'll go down the machine and only a little bit will come off and you'll still be left with that. This puts all those castings into a crumbly texture, if that's a real thing. But we'll just crunch this up. This will work on your small wedge systems, horizontal systems, what do you call it? Horizontal migration, I think is what people call it. When you have your beds like this and you feed on one side and you want all your worms to come over and you harvest, you take all this material for your castings. Now, not all that castings, this is where the question comes, not all this is castings, not every bit of it. So we're going to turn the machine on here and I'll show you how this works. Just bear with the noise a little bit. So we'll start running this and we can run it slow. Look down here, most of those castings are coming out right there. These two bins are all castings. A little bit smaller casting, but this is all castings. This stuff right here will work right into your beds. What comes into these beds would be the same thing if we're running our worms. You take a look. This is great bedding still. This is not finished. You can take this if you want, put it on your plants, but this is perfect bedding to put back on your system. We've got a couple of things that you can do. You can take this if you're running a Baxter plus mortar bins, use that for mortar bins. Those. Down here at this end is your ovaries. Go ahead and turn this off. This is the stuff that hasn't completely broke down yet. Some big pieces, chunky pieces, maybe some big pieces of wood in there. This stuff goes right back to the worms. We're at this end, so we will restart feeding at this end. They will turn all this into this. Beautiful, fluffy, fluffy castings. So all this, as we're working, we'll build this system back up till it's up to here again. And then we'll start, once we get this bottom to about here, be back at that angle, we'll start bringing the system back. Do that back and forth and back and forth. Okay, many of you know that we are primarily a worm breeder. We don't like to look at our worm castings as a byproduct, even though it is, but our worm castings are tested. We have our test results up here on the wall. We have them just tested twice a year, but we have 100% control on what goes into our beds, what these get fed, what our Euros get fed, what our babies, our red wigglers, what everything gets fed. We have 100% control of that. So we can control what our castings look like on our soil test. So our castings aren't just Bob threw some groceries in there and this is what he come up with, which there's nothing wrong with that. But on a commercial level, what we're producing, we're at the numbers that we want for your farmers, your home farmers, your cannabis growers, your vineyards, all the stuff that goes to nurseries. We are at the numbers that those places want and what we want. So with that being said, also I want you guys to keep a lookout. I think this weekend or next. The reason we're able to do this, make these videos, we're able to sell the worms is because of you guys. You guys are buying the worms from us. You're buying our castings. You're buying our worm chow in person. You come and buy worm tea. Because of that, we can lower our costs. the more money we make, kind of like Walmart. That's why Walmart can sell you a 50-inch screen TV for $100, and if you go to Target, it's $8,000. Because we're able to produce more and get ourselves up where we need to be, we're able to lower our prices. We're still going to make the same amount of money. I'm not trying to make that sound rude, but if we can save you guys money, that's better for us. So all the way across the board on our whole website, everything we have will be on sale. From our worm castings, our worm food, red wigglers, our Euros, everything that we got will be on sale. We're going on our website, we're going to run a sale. Say a customer, God dog it won't come out right. So keep a look at our website. We will be running a customer appreciation sale. You guys deserve this. We're going to drop these prices down and have a great sale for you guys. This is a perfect time of the year for next year. Think about that. If you have garlic or onions, blackberries, anything that is a wintertime grow, any kind of brassicas, I can't even think of brassicas. Any of your greens, your broccoli, your cauliflower, any of those that you do a second grow, right now is the perfect time to get those castings on there. Hey guys, if you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're going to put your beds to rest, it's a great thing to go ahead and throw castings over that. Put your compost, your leaves, your covers, whatever you've got, put that on top of there. Right now is a great time. If you guys have plants that you bring inside during the wintertime, whether it's outside, flowery plants, or you've got, we have dwarf lemon, lime, orange trees. We bring those inside during the winter. Now is a really good time to feed those guys so they got enough food and nutrients in there to overwinter them without them being outside. Also, if you guys are thinking about getting into worming or buying worms, whether it's a business or whether it's starting up your own little worm farm, guys, all you need is a tote. One simple tote like this, and you're on your way. Anything that'll hold dirt and worms. You can go out, you can buy mortar trays. These right here are bus bins from Sam's. These right here are mortar trays. You can get it from Lowe's or Menards or Home Depot. These are like $8. These are 8 something with some change. You can buy these or the really big ones, excuse me. You can buy any of these kind of totes like this from Walmart, or you probably got some laying around your house. You guys can buy these to start your own worm bin. With these guys, you can start everything on one side and do a wedge system if you want. Or you can layer it and do what they call a lasagna system. But all you need is one little tote. Get your bedding ready. Order your worms. Right now is a great time because it's not 8 million degrees outside. We're not worried about shipping. You got your worms. Now, over the winter, you're feeding your scraps, your food scraps, your leaves, shredded cardboard, shredded paper, whatever you want to put in there. That's good for the worms. Come spring, you'll have your own worm castings for yourself to put on your garden. You can make your own worm tea. If that bed gets so populated that they're at their max number, split that bin. Now you have 2 bins of worms. You have more castings. But right now is a great time to get yourself some worms, get yourself some castings. Till next time.